so funny. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing Instagram's new algorithm. What are we saying? What's it about? How does it affect you? Whether you are a follower watching or whether you are a fellow Instagrammer yourself. I'm going to look at it from both sides and we're going to just talk about it. Let's just have a little chit chat. So you might have seen a lot, whether you're just like a follower of other people that do Instagram or whether you're an Instagrammer yourself. When I say Instagram yourself, I mean like you do Instagram for your job, like that's your job. Obviously everyone technically is an Instagrammer because you're all on Instagram, but you know what I mean, whether you're just like a follower of people who do Instagram as a job, whether you're an Instagram. What am I talking about? So basically, you've probably seen a lot anyway, a lot of people, a lot of bigger Instagram accounts have been asking for Instagram to change the algorithm back to how it was, or they've been putting up like stories saying like turn on my notifications or like my last 10 photos. I have done it myself. You've probably seen this everywhere and you're like, what's going on, what's everyone talking about? So basically, it's just Instagram's kind of upped their algorithm game a bit with how it works. Obviously, quite a while back, it used to work that you just saw your Instagram feed, like your main homepage feed. You used to just see it in like chronological order. I can never say that word, chronological order. So basically, if Jane uploaded her photo 1 minute ago and Sarah uploaded it an hour ago, you would see Jane's first. Don't know where those names just came from. If your name's Jane or Sarah, hey. Now, if Jane uploads a photo 1 minute ago and Sarah uploads a photo an hour ago, if you, as a follower of these two girls, if you like more of Sarah's photos and like are engaged more with her content, you're gonna see Sarah's first, even though Jane just posted it. Does that make sense? I think that's a pretty good way of explaining it, right? That's just how it works. So, as a follower, if you're what I would call like a, I don't know what I would call it, but basically if you're a follower who scrolls through Instagram and looks at pictures and is like, oh my god, that picture's so cool, and just carries on scrolling and doesn't express that you do like the picture by either double tapping that or commenting or anything, if you're just like an outside looking on and you don't actually engage on Instagram at all, then those photos that you probably really like, if you don't engage on Instagram, you're not going to see them. You're only going to see your friend like Janice's photo that's just had a baby, so you're just liking her photos because she's just had a baby and you're like, oh, that's so cute. You're only going to see her photos. You're not going to see the Instagrammers that you really like their photos, but you don't engage with them because you don't like them. You're not going to see them. I mean, you might eventually, maybe a couple of days later, but basically, any account that you are actively engaged with, whether it's commenting or liking their photos, you're going to see them first, basically. So, it's now that it really matters that if you do want to see people's posts, then you need to be engaged and you need to like them. If you do generally like the photos, like actually like the photo, you know? So that's it from how like followers, like from a follower's point of view, for myself including for other people I follow, I only see now the accounts that I generally really like. If it's an account, even like some of my friends, if it's an account that, say one of my friends like puts up photos but I don't necessarily like the photos but I will like them if I see them, I don't really see them anymore. So I have to actively search for that person to go and like their photos. So that's from like that point of view. So if you're not bothered about seeing anyone's photo, like at all, you just want to do whatever you want to do, then go for it. You just might miss some really cool photos. And then you've got the other side, which is from obviously my other side also, because I love Instagram anyway, so I think I'm on both sides. But from my work side, as an Instagrammer, or whatever you want to call myself, so people are moaning about this a lot. And at first I was like, ugh, I think I was just like, ugh, because everyone else was moaning, so I thought I should moan too. But then I was like, I don't really need to moan, because when you can look at it from 2 points of view, but when you look at it from one point of view, It's basically saying that people that don't engage with your photo are not really going to see your photo. But if they don't engage anyway, then what difference? If they don't engage, if they don't usually like your photo anyway, then what difference if they don't see it? You know? So if you, do you know what I'm saying? So people moan because they're like, oh, no one's seeing my photos. But they're only not seeing it if they don't usually like your photo and they're not usually engaged. So what difference? Because if they see it, they're not going to like it anyway. Because they're people that don't like photos. They just scroll right through. They might like it in their head. They don't put it into action with their finger. So what difference if they don't see it? But the other side is, there is some people that might like a lot of photos in their head, but they'll only really double tap it if they're like, yes, that's a really good photo. And they're just like hard to please followers. So they do like all your content, yeah, but only if you put up a really cracking photo, they're going to actually double tap it and maybe even comment. So in that way, then yes, obviously you do want your whole audience to see your photos. Someone put something up the other day, I don't know if this is right, there's obviously so many things going around, but someone put something up the other day saying that basically in the first 10 minutes of your photo going up is when Instagram listens to what's going on with your photo. So for example, if I put a photo up and in the first 10 minutes, like I put it up at a bad time, for example, and in the first 10 minutes it does terribly, it gets like one comment, hardly any likes, nothing. In that 10 minutes, Instagram will only show it to 10% of your audience. 10%, that's not a lot. But in that 10 minutes, if you get a lot of engagement and a lot of likes, and Instagram can notice that that post is obviously a good post because it's doing very well, they will then show it to the other 90% of your audience. So those first 10 minutes are super, super important. When I'm talking about this, this is just knowledge I've curated from researching it myself, researching on other people's YouTube videos about the algorithm, like techie people and other influencers that have put articles up, reading Instagram's articles, like everything. I've just gathered information from everywhere. I'm not saying 100% that this is correct, that in the first 10 minutes, Instagram's only going to show it to 10% of your audience. This is just what is in an article that's been put out there. So we can only take that with a pinch of salt. Personally, I'm going to run with that because what harm? Like, why not try and get your photos to do the best it possibly can in that 10 minutes so you've got potential to reach more. I've been doing this myself in the last 2 weeks and I'm telling you, it has definitely worked. Before, I would usually upload a photo, and because I do personally get Instagram anxiety of posting photos, I freak out and I think about it too much. I'm like, I don't know whether to post this or not. Is this the right time? Are people going to like it? Is this photo okay? Is it good enough? That's how my brain works. So before, when I posted a photo, I just used to be literally like, okay, I'm just going to post it, and then just like chuck my phone away because I just was scared, and I just used to chuck it away and I would look at it in like an hour to see how it was doing, and that would be how I'd do it. Whereas now, like then I would reply to comments and stuff, you know. Whereas now, I will only post a photo if I know I've got the good enough amount of time to really watch it and engage with you guys as you comment. So if I put up a photo and someone comments within like 30 seconds, oh my god, where's your jumping from? I want to be able to reply to you straight away. I don't want you to have to wait an hour for a response because that's annoying. So I'm just trying to like get over my fear of posting and just be on it straight away. And by doing that, not only is it better for you guys, because if you guys are commenting, you want an answer straight away, so I'm doing that, but it's also, honestly, really has upped my engagement game. Like, it is way better now than it was 2 weeks ago. I feel like I'm getting to know you guys way better, and it's just nice to be able to chat on there. And so it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's nice because I get to chat with you guys more, because you're online right then. If I reply in an hour, you probably aren't online anymore. So then you might reply in like a day's time, and then I won't see it because it's really hard to see your comments unless you go through every photo. Like on your notifications, it's really hard. If you comment on a photo that's 5 days old, I will only see it really if I go on that photo and look through the comments, which I do that often, but it's harder to see. Whereas if I engage and comment back straight away, you're also online so we can chat. So it's just way better. So I don't think necessarily this new algorithm is all that bad. personally, I don't think it's that bad, because as I said a while back, if the people who weren't engaged with your photo anyway now don't really see your photo till it's 2 days old, then it really makes no difference, because they wouldn't have liked it even if they saw it straight away. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm just looking at it from a positive point of view because that's what I like to do, but that is how I see it. So, let's just break it down. If you're an Instagrammer and you feel like the algorithm has affected you, then all I can suggest is when you post a photo, be online on that photo for a good half an hour, replying to your followers' comments, liking your followers' comments, just engaging in your community, because the followers are the most important people. Like, all I care about is making you guys happy and putting up a photo that you guys are going to like, be inspired by, get inspo from, want to buy the hoodie, want to buy the hat, like anything like that, you know? So it's not a bad thing to, I really need to water my plants. Oh my god, my belly just rumbled so loud. So yeah, another thing I would say, I don't think this is to do with the algorithm, but I do think it's maybe to do with Instagram. Every now and then I feel like gets rid of inactive users. I feel like that is happening right now, because personally, so my followers, when I open my phone, I'm gaining followers, but my followers has actually gone down. Even though I've been gaining, it's going down because I'm losing more than I'm gaining. This is purely because, well, from what I've heard and what I believe, and I'm looking from a positive point of view, is because Instagram's getting rid of inactive users. By inactive users, I don't mean people that are on Instagram and do scroll through it and stuff but don't engage. I mean people that maybe started an Instagram account 3 years ago, have never posted a photo, have never liked a photo, never commented on a photo, and just haven't even been on Instagram. Instagram will get rid of those people because they're just clogging up Instagram for no reason. That's what I mean by inactive users. So I have lost followers from that, I believe. Maybe it's just because people don't like my content anymore, but I like to think it's because of the inactive users. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because personally I'd rather have an amount of followers that are true, engaged followers than more followers, but half of them actually don't really care. They just followed me for some random reason one day and they just never defollowed me. So it's fine to get rid of the inactive users, you know, that's totally cool. They did also, I don't know if other people have lost followers, I don't know, but I know that when they did it maybe like 3 years ago, when they got rid of inactive users, I remember I lost like 100 followers then as well. But at that point, they also got rid of like paid followers, like when people buy followers. So you saw people, it was like in the press like 3 years ago, because some celebrities and like bigger accounts lost like a ton of followers, but it's because they were bought, they were like fake followers. So I think if they did that, that would be amazing. I really think that they should do that again. Get rid of all the fake followers, get rid of all the bots and stuff. Because there's so many people out there that are Instagrammers that have just bought the followers, which is really just fraud, really. It's just fraud, it's just not fair to do that kind of thing, because at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing. And yeah, I just do this because I enjoy it and it's fun and I love creating cool content. But obviously you do get jobs from it. So for example, a company might ask me to do an Instagram post for them. That's fine, that's just like a bonus to me. But you've got to think there's other people out there that have bought their following, and companies will pay them the same, if not more, to post this image. And when you think about it, logically, that brand is paying for nothing, because the people aren't real. They're not real. So they're paying literally for nothing. They're paying for this person to put up a photo. Yes, it might be an amazing photo, but all the brand cares about is getting the product out to an audience that they think is a target audience for their product. But they're not. They're just putting it out to no one. Literally no one. So I think Instagram should get rid of bots. I think they should be gone. I definitely think followers, fake followers should be gone. We're getting totally off the topic here. I'm talking about something completely different. I'm just quite passionate about that subject, if you didn't notice. So anyway, I think I've covered everything, and I think that maybe clears up a little bit of how it's working right now. Hopefully it does. and I hope this video was helpful or you just found it interesting to watch. If you want another video, maybe on like how to gain Instagram followers or just how to have a good engagement on Instagram. I mean, mine's not like insane at all. I'm happy with it, but there's people that got way better engagement than me. I'm happy with mine. But yeah, if you want a video on that, or just how to gain followers and stuff like that, then let me know in the comments down below, because I've never done that type of video. But that's everything for today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!